This is wild. Lue Elizondo just said there were competing UFO programs in other countries. And by competing, I mean opposed. That's right, there are oppositional UFO programs in countries not allied with the United States. This is juicy. Before I get too far into it, please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and as I'm going through it, please comment below and let me know what you think. By the way, this is part of a series that I call Parsing Lue, where I take little bits that Lue has said in various interviews and examine them in greater detail. Okay, here's what Lue had to say.
Are you aware of any foreign government having an agency working on the subject?
Yes.
Were multiple governments?
Yes, multiple governments. That's
know,
some were allied to the U.S. Some were adversarial to the United States.
Yeah, I know for a fact the French I think they have a very open research organization. I think. So do the Russians? At least they did in the past. Yeah.
I have to be very careful what I say publicly about other countries' capabilities in a sense. What I will say is that this is a topic that's of global concern. It's not just the United States that's interested in this topic. There are other countries as well.
What? That's crazy. There are other programs in other countries that are opposed to our own UFO programs? That's insane. I mean, that's some X-Files level stuff right there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am sure that all major countries and most minor countries probably have a UFO program of some sort where they are investigating UAPs and UFOs. Some may even be dealing with the intelligence behind the phenomenon on some level. But this is a whole different thing. This isn't just two different UFO programs in different countries not sharing data. Lue is hinting at programs actually vying against each other. Spies and counter spies with alien technology. I mean, there's a great movie in there somewhere, or a great TV series, or series of books. Sadly, there's not a wealth of information on this subject. This is something that I have theorized about for a while, that of course there are different UFO programs and they are pursuing the interest of the nation that sponsors them. So of course rival nations are going to be against each other and competing with each other and even against each other. But the idea of spies and counter spies in the world of alien technology and reverse engineered alien technology is just so tantalizing that I had to comment on it, even if there's not that much to report on. Interestingly, TTSA has published a series of novels, and in these novels, they are trying supposedly to give glimpses of the real truth behind what we are seeing in the world today. And they are giving away things in those novels that they can't say explicitly because that information is classified. But if they fictionalize it, they can get away with saying a lot more. And so that is the theory behind releasing these novels. And I have read the first two of them. And I plan to read the third one soon. They are interesting, and there's some juicy stuff in there, especially if you look at it in terms of what is real. You know, what are they trying to convey with these novels? Well, one of the things they do convey in the novels is the idea of rival UFO programs in other countries like Russia. And these UFO programs are opposed to the U.S. efforts. And they may even be responsible for some of the things we're seeing in the skies and that military pilots may or may not be observing. Or they could all be aliens, who knows? I have researched, various aspects of the phenomenon in great detail, but there is very little information about rivalries between national UFO programs. So either there is very little to that story, or as I suspect, there's probably a lot to that story, but it is extremely hush hush. It is very cloak and dagger stuff, and they do not let that information get out. What was that noise? Anyway, I wish there was more information on the subject. I wish there were some cases that I could show evidence for, but I don't have that, and I have not seen much of that at all. If you're familiar with some of that, please let me know, because I would love to see what the true story is on that. And I do suspect there is a lot of truth to this, and this is probably an important thing going on in the world. Do we want Russia or China getting this sophisticated technology? Do they already have it? Are we trying to sabotage their efforts? Are they trying to sabotage our efforts? Probably all of the above. Anyway, some juicy stuff, some great food for thought. Until there's more data, I'll be looking to the skies, and I hope you will join me. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to comment below and let me know what you think. And of course, please hit the subscribe button, and if you do, the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. Until next time, Cosmic Road out.